Hey guys, it's Chris, and I'm back today with another writing tips video, and this is not necessarily for new writers. This is for any writer who is world building, and you know, you need a good tool to kind of keep track of all this stuff, because when you're world building, you have to deal with, you know, locations, characters, religions. So I mentioned this tool in my last writing video as far as, you know, getting organized. WorldAnvil.com. This has been a godsend to me. Really am digging this tool, and I've barely, you know, scratched the surface. But I'm getting my world ready and keeping it organized, and I can actually see it laid out in a wiki style form. So I highly recommend this. But a question I wanted to answer today and give you a tip on is how to share your world with other people. So for example, if you want to have a group of beta readers read your story, as well as, you know, look around your world with all these different articles like I mentioned in the previous video, so you can have articles on characters, on locations, on languages, on anything you can possibly imagine. This is the tool to do that, and you can share that with people. So I wanted to go through a tip here on how to share this with people. Now, World Anvil is completely free. You can use it completely free, but there are little membership levels you can you know, sign up for to support them, starting at like $4 a month. And by the way, thank you to Janet. Shout out to Janet there. Thank you for working with me through all this, because I wanted to show this tip on how to share things. So this was my biggest concern is, for me personally, I have a group, a Patreon page for my YouTube channel and all the other little things I'm involved with. And those guys are going to be my beta readers. And, you know, they've already read a couple chapters of the main novel. And now I have the first version of a short story as well. The first short story I've written in this world. It's kind of a backstory, something that will be referenced in the main novel. So I wanted to show you how you can share this to people. Now, this doesn't have to be Patreon. This could be any group, anybody you want to send a link to. For example, a Facebook group. Maybe you have a writers group or something you're involved in, and there's beta readers in there who like to read, you know, stuff before it comes out and give you feedback. This is the way to do it. This is the way to organize it and the way to do it. So I'm here at World Anvil. I'm at the home page here, just under the summary page. You go down here to access rights, and then you can see here I got a couple test users that I was testing this out, and I have a group called Patreon, and this is the group I'm going to be sharing on Patreon and give them access to this world so they can read any articles that I include to be shared. So the first thing you want to do to share to a particular group of people is create a group. So you go over here to groups, and basically you just go here to the right side. You can see I have a Patreon group already that I just tested out doing all this. You go over here, and let's say you want to create beta readers, and this is one I tested earlier. So beta readers, I'll name the title. You can put it in the description here. It's completely optional. Obviously, beta readers kind of tells me what the group is. But for example, let's say beta readers Facebook group. I mean, it could be Patreon, it could be anything. So let's say that's a Facebook group I want to post my link in and give people access or something. Maybe it's a private group. Position is completely optional. It's just to organize your groups if you have a lot of different groups for a lot of places. So once you get a stack of groups there, you can kind of organize by position. Then simply click Create Group. So once your group is created now we see beta readers over here, 0 subscribers. So what we want to do is give these guys a link and a code where they can activate their subscription. And again, this is completely free. It doesn't cost them a thing. They can sign up for a World Anvil account, which takes about 30 to 45 seconds, but this doesn't cost them anything. So what you want to do is create an access code. So go to subscriber access codes from your groups page. So go over here to title and just type in, let's say, FB group access. So then I want to go and create the code itself. So I go down here to code and simply type in whatever keyword you want. So let's say in this case this will be FB access, I don't know, and I'll just do this all in caps or something like that. You can do it however you want to, but let's say FB access, Facebook access for this particular group will be the actual code. And then you want to pick the group that you just created to assign this code to. So in this case, beta readers. And then you can do a description if you want to. That's not necessary. You kind of already know what this is by the subscriber group anyway. You do have a maximum number of users. It's completely optional if you want to do that, as well as an expiration date. So if you want this to expire after, let's say, a week, you want to give people a week to read everything and then kind of shut the access back off as you change some things or whatever. You know, keep your secrets. You can actually do that, but it's completely optional. So just go down here and click Create Code. And now it's basically set up here. So what you want to do is how to share it is on this page. You see down here, I have a link here it takes people to the page, and it will allow them to access the page via that code. So I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to go to wherever I want to do it, to share it. So I'm going to basically paste that code in the Facebook group, this fictional Facebook group we're talking about, and people will come to this screen. So what I'll do is open up another browser, because I don't want to be logged in with the same account. So I'll just move over to Chrome here for this, and I'll go to this link. So now we're at the activation page. So this is what somebody would see that is not logged in. If they already have an account here, they would simply see the little box to enter that code. But again, you will have to have a World Anvil account. It's completely free, and it takes literally 30 seconds to do. So this is what people would see that are brand new and want to access your material and your world and writing, whatever. They would have to click register, and I'll just create a test account here. I'll go through the process: email, username, and password, and that's literally it. Let me log in here. So now I'm in with this little test user account. I've created a World Anvil account, and this is what you would see with a brand new account or whatever. Now let's go back and paste that same link, and you can see the difference here. Now we have Osgoth subscription activation, and we have enter the code. So what they want to do is enter this code, and I think we called it FB access, and then activate subscription, and now you will see that they are in my world Osgoth. So now they can come here, they can start browsing. Here's the overview of Osgoth. So this is what they would see. They can start browsing the articles, as long as I have enabled those articles to be seen by this group. So this is how they would access your stuff. Now really quickly, so what you want to do every time you create a new item or go back and edit other items, you want to give them access to those particular things. If you're an old IT person, think about NT. So Windows NT came out and everything became an object, and it has its own properties. That's the way to think about it. So for example, I want them to see all my articles. I would go over here to articles, and let's just click Covenant. Now this is going to be a little short story here. I would edit this article. And this is where I'm going to be pasting my short story to share with everybody. So I want to go to access. Now this goes for any article or anything you want to share with this particular group. As you can see, I already have a group in here called Patreon, which I talked about before, but now I want to add the beta readers group. So now I click that and then save. So now this new test group we created just now, as far as this fictional Facebook group we want to post our link into, now has access to this particular piece of prose, which will be a short story if I would choose to share that link, and the access code obviously with that particular group. So anything that you want to share, be sure to add that subscriber group for wherever you're posting your link and your access code. This is a great thing, and this also allows you to monetize it. For example, Patreon, that will be a perk. For example, if you set up a Patreon page while you're doing your writing or whatever, this can be a particular tier level where you get access to this world behind the scenes before the story comes out. As you add new things, new characters, new locations, they can literally sit there and read through your world and watch it grow. So you can now monetize your writing in a certain way. So anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. I really appreciate the support. And of course, a huge shout out to my executive Patreon SmokeScreen producers. If you dig what I do here, please give these videos a like, comment, and a share. And also be sure to subscribe to Get Everything and click that notification bell so you're notified when I drop a new video. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.